Hello, welcome to Tii Casa Knitting. Today I'm going to show you how to undo your work multiple rows at a time, which will save you a lot of time having to frog your work row by row. In this instance, I realized that I needed to take out 2 rows because I made a mistake 2 rows below. So instead of just undoing each row, I'm just going to undo my work 2 rows at a time. And you can do this for more than 2 rows. If you needed to do 3 rows, you could certainly do it. I wouldn't go any further than 3 rows because that might just be a little confusing. So in this case, I'm removing 2 rows. So normally when you're frogging, you would go, this is my first row. So you would go under here, that stitch, and undo that stitch like that. In this instance, I'm doing 2 rows at a time, so I'm just going to put that one back. So I just did the first row, and then this will be my second row. Now, here's a quicker way. If you want to do it row by row like this, you certainly can. So what you would do is you pick out the first row, put that stitch back, and then you pick out the second row and take that out. So that would remove 2 rows. So if you were to grab both strands, which are, this is the first row and this is the second row, so you can see here, first row and second row. So if you grab both strands at the same time, and instead of going on to the first notch, which is your first row, you go into the second row, the second notch. You remove that, so you slide the stitch off of your needle, and you remove both rows at a time. See that? So that's the first row, that's the second row. My left hand needle goes into the second loop below and pulling that out. Let's try that again. So there's my first loop and there's my second loop. I'm taking out 2 rows, so I'm going into the second loop below and pull both strands out. So you would just keep doing this until you get to the end of the row, and you would have removed 2 rows at a time. So let's look at that again. There's the first loop for the first row. There's the second loop for the second row. I'm going into the second loop, slide the stitch off of my right hand needle, and pull both strands out. And there you have it. Let's do that again. First, second, and that's how you undo your work multiple rows at a time. Hope you enjoyed the video.